Hi everyone, I am so excited to film this video and share it with you all today because this marks an important moment in my YouTube journey. I have been asked by a brand for the first time ever to be part of a new product launch with them. And that brand is Merit Beauty. This brand is very focused on minimal makeup. They definitely have a less is more mentality. And if you haven't noticed, a lot of the makeup looks I've been doing this summer are definitely along that vein. Very quick, easy, 5-minute morning routine, and I've been loving that. So a couple things right up front here. I want to be transparent. This is not a sponsored video. However, they did send me one of each of the items in their collection for me to test out. And this video is in no way a requirement in exchange for them sending me those products. They didn't ask for a dedicated video or anything like that. But as such a small creator here on YouTube, to have a large recognized brand who's sold in Sephora reach out to me and believe in my content, that means the world to me. It really, really does. And so although they did not ask for a video including all of these items, I wanted to deliver that anyways because it means so much to me. I just wanted to repay the favor of them trusting me and believing in me. I wanted to repay that favor with a video featuring all of their products. So the only thing that I told them I definitely would post about in whatever format I saw fit is an update on the new shades released of a product that I have tried from Merit before. So actually the only product I've ever tried from this brand is the Shade Slick Tinted Lip Oil in the shade Marrakesh, and I have loved that. You can find that in a ton of my past videos. And so I'm very, very excited to be included in the launch of 4 new shades of that product. So these 4 new shades already launched. They released on August 24th, but I will pop a photo on the screen here of the 4 new shades of Shade Slick Tinted Lip Oil. They are Bel Air, a warm clear, Cara, a soft red orange, Taupe, a neutral brown, and Falcon, a deep brown. So aside from that Shade Slick Tinted Lip Oil, which I have tried before in one of their past shades, one of their 4 original shades, all of the rest of these products today are completely new to me, and I am extremely grateful to Merit for sending them all over for me to test out. They also gave me a personalized link, so if you choose to shop through that link today, if any of these items do catch your eye, you would be directly supporting my channel, and I thank you so much for that. It is an affiliate link, so I would receive a small commission on any of the sales through that link. Without further rambling, thank you so much for your support of my channel so that I can get attention of brands like Merit. It truly means the world to me, and now let's go ahead and hop into walking through this face of Minimalist makeup. I would say it's been a little bit over an hour since I applied these, so you can kind of get a sense of a little bit how they wear in after a small amount of time. Okay, so for the first step here, I did my base, and I'm using 2 different Merit products for this. I'm using the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick. This costs $38. There are 20 different shades, and it's 0.13 ounces. I have the shade Dune, and this is supposed to be a lightweight hydrating formula with light to medium coverage that's buildable. And I am using their brush number 1, their blending brush, which is $30, to blend that out on my face. That is the only brush that they have right now. This is also the only complexion sort of product that they have in their line right now. They don't necessarily market it as like a foundation or a concealer. It's more so just knowing that it's going to be light to medium buildable coverage. Put it wherever you would like some coverage on your face. So you can see I applied it to the parts of my skin where I'm having some redness. You'll see as the footage rolls on that I show you a little bit of more of a close-up so you can see kind of how it covers some of the acne underneath of my mouth on my chin. And it does a pretty good job considering they're billing it as light to medium buildable coverage. It absolutely looks like nothing on my skin. I will say this texture is incredible. And as someone with dry skin, and particularly these patches like around my mouth and my nose, those are actually just very, very dry, red patches of skin. And so the fact that it gave me a decent amount of coverage without actually emphasizing that very, very dry texture, that's a challenge. It doesn't provide me enough coverage under my eyes that I would use it alone for a concealer. I would definitely pair this with a concealer for underneath of my eyes for those dark circles. But for the rest of my face, I'm really, really happy with how it looks. My biggest complaint with this, and I do think it is a serious, serious complaint, especially as someone who is relatively conscious about the amount of money I spend on makeup, they are charging $38 for this complexion stick, and it comes with 0.13 ounces of product. That is almost nothing for a complexion product. That's less than every concealer I currently have in my collection. And for reference, a typical foundation is 1 fluid ounce. So it is a very, very, very small amount of product. And I think you do have to keep in mind that if you're going to purchase a product like this, the intention isn't necessarily that you're going to put it all over your face. So if you are someone who's willing to kind of pay that price tag, I do think this has an incredible, beautiful, natural skin finish. I think it's a stunning product. I just don't know how they're justifying that price point. As far as the brush goes, I think it's fine. It is a $30 brush, and I mean, it's very soft. It's extremely soft on my face. It is the perfect density, in my opinion, for blending something out like that complexion stick. But if you already have like a foundation brush you like, I don't necessarily think this is a need. I think it's more of like a want for the aesthetics of that brush if you happen to like it. Okay, next up is the Flush Balm Cheek Color. This is a $28 blush. It comes in 5 shades. I have the shade Cheeky, and it comes with 0.31 ounces of product. They describe this blush as a creamy, transparent balm that lets your skin show through. And I absolutely found that to be the case. These are a really, really interesting formula because they are a very thin, transparent cover on your cheeks. So you can absolutely still see my cheeks through it. You'll see that in the footage because I didn't put that complexion stick on my cheeks. And then this really is a very, very thin, transparent texture, and I really like it. It reminds me a little bit of the Salt New York creams, actually, which are definitely more affordable than this option. But there is something I think even a little bit more special about these blushes from Merit because it dries down just a touch more than my Salt New York creams do. The Salt New York ones I absolutely love, but they certainly can cause some frustration for me because my hair kind of gets stuck in them throughout the day. However, I can't really speak to the staying power of these blushes too much. Like I said, this has been on for about an hour, but that's not very much time at all. And I would hope that it would last very, very well because it did dry down just a little bit. It is still it's still a little bit damp, but by no means like wet and gooey and balmy still. So I'm hoping that that means it will last quite a while. I can leave a note down in the description box on how all of this wore, so keep an eye out for that if you're curious on the longevity of any of these products. I love their entire 5-shade range for this. I feel like they've got the full spectrum covered in terms of skin tone, particularly now that I know how translucent this is. I really think a lot of people could get away with a lot of these shades. Next up is the Day Glow Highlighting Balm. These sell for $30. There are 2 shades of them. I have the shade Kava, which is the lighter of the 2, and it comes with 0.14 ounces of product. These are described as translucent and moisturizing, which is such an interesting sort of like marketing combo to me. Merit definitely leans heavily into like moisturizing, dewy, glowy skin, and this product absolutely delivers that. I mean, you can see my cheeks, they are like glowing to the heavens, and I did not even put that much of this product on. And actually, this was a really, really pleasant surprise for me because a lot of times brands like Merit that are kind of billing themselves as a more natural vibe, a lot of times their highlighters are a little bit less impactful. So I was pleasantly surprised by how impactful this highlighter is. All right, next up is the Brow 1980 Volumizing Pomade. This sells for $24. It comes in 3 shades. I have the shade Blonde, and it comes with 0.25 ounces of product. It's described as a tinted flexible pomade that never flakes or smudges. So it is supposed to be relatively flexible hold, so keep that in mind if you are someone who wants your eyebrows to basically be glued down, this is not going to be the product for you. I'll tell you that right off the bat. I think this is a pretty good product. I am always hesitant to spend a lot of money on brow products because I have a couple of favorites from the drugstore that work super, super, super well. And so every time I see a high-end price tag on a brow product, I cringe a little bit. And $24 to me definitely feels high-end for a brow product. Like I said, if you're like me and you want something that's gonna really lock things into place, this is probably not for you. If you, however, want a tint and some volume, I think this is a little more nuanced than some of the drugstore favorites that I have. It is really nice because it doesn't change kind of the look of your eyebrows at all in terms of like finish. Let me explain what I mean. Some of the brow products that really lock your brows into place, they leave kind of like a shininess on your brows. Like your brows look a little bit like waxy. This doesn't do that because it's not locking them in place. It really does just look like fluffy brow hairs. It doesn't really look like I put that much into my brows. So I do like the finish it gives me, but you can really see, especially on this eyebrow, like these lashes used to be kind of like more fluffed up kind of against that brow so that they didn't have a gap there, and they've kind of fallen a bit. And frankly, I think I'd reach for my cheap under $5 brow products from Essence and e.l.f. before this. Okay, one more product and then we will get to the tinted lip oil that I'm supposed to be featuring in this video. So next up is the Clean Lash Lengthening Mascara. It sells for $26. It comes in one shade called Perfect Black, and it comes with 0.25 ounces of product. The website claims that it defines, separates, and lengthens, and that it's a smudge-proof mascara. It also describes that you will take this off at the end of the night with warm water and just rubbing it between your fingers. So I have a hunch that this is a tubing mascara, but I haven't tried to wash it off yet, so I can't totally confirm. Again, I will leave that in the description down below, along with my notes on how everything wore, because I think it is a tubing mascara. And if you've been watching my channel at all for the last few months, you know that I recently fell in love with the first tubing mascara I ever tried out, which was from Thrive Cosmetics, and I have that one in a brown shade and this one's black, so I'm kind of happy to have a tubing mascara in both shades now, both colors. And I have to say, I love this mascara a lot. I really, really like it. It does have a natural bristle brush instead of a plasticky brush like the Thrive one, and actually that's my only complaint with the Thrive one, is that that plastic brush really does like stab me in the eyeballs all the time when I'm trying to apply it. And this Merit Beauty one does not have those plastic spikes, and so it was a lot more pleasant to apply to my face. It feels insanely lightweight on my lashes, and I love that. I love that feeling of like it doesn't even feel like I'm wearing makeup. And honestly, actually, just to recap, my whole face right now feels like I'm not wearing makeup. It truly, truly feels like there is not makeup anywhere on my skin except for my lips, which we'll get to in a second, but they're like nice and glossy and juicy because of the lip oil. On camera, this mascara might not look like much, and I'm unsure how to show you exactly how gorgeous it does look in person, but my lashes look like pillowy, beautiful clouds. Like they are separated and defined, but they're still like fluffy a little bit. And I'm pleasantly surprised because nowhere in the description of this mascara does it say that it adds volume, but I do actually think this adds a decent amount of volume, especially for a tubing mascara. For a look like this of Merit Beauty products and kind of their marketing, their vibe, their aesthetic, I think this is a perfect spot-on mascara for their brand. And for a look like this, for a very calm, everyday, casual 5-minute makeup look, I love this mascara. Generally, I prefer much more volume, much more length than this for my lashes if I have some sort of eye look on. So if I had like anything other than a little bit of bronzer in my crease, I don't know that this mascara would hold its own with an eye look. But for what they're going for the vibe Merit is putting out and what this mascara is intended to be paired with, I think it is perfect. And now last up, getting to this beautiful lip oil that I'm wearing today. This is the Shade Slick Tinted Lip Oil. It's $24. It now comes in 8 shades because they just expanded the range by 4 shades and they had 4 original shades. I'm currently wearing the shade Taupe, but I also own the shade Marrakesh, which is absolutely stunning. I'll swatch them next to each other in just a second so you can see the difference. And this comes with 0.23 ounces of product. And actually, I was kind of surprised at the description of this product on the Merit website. I have loved the shade Marrakesh all summer long. But aside from looking up the price and looking up the brand for the first time, because that was the first thing I had ever used from them, aside from that, I didn't really do any digging on what this product was supposed to be. I just knew that it moisturized my lips super well and it was a gorgeous color. But when I went to do a little research for this video, I read a line that made like the most sense to me ever, given my feelings and my thoughts on this product. So it says that it's somewhere between a lip oil and a light stain. And that's absolutely what it is. And it had never occurred to me that it was anything other than like a moisturizing tinted oil, but it absolutely leaves this beautiful wash of color behind on your lips once that kind of slick oiliness has gone away. After the shiny part is gone, it really truly does leave like the most beautiful, subtle, light stain on your lips. And that is one of the reasons I've always loved it, but I never quite kind of connected the dots. And so I'm really glad I read that and I get to share it with you all because I love it. I love this product so much. And I think that that combo, that lip oil that really moisturizes and nourishes your lips, along with that slight bit of staining quality, really makes this a standout in the market. I know ColourPop just released their like lip gloss stain combo, but I've heard that that is a very, very drying formula. I haven't actually used it, so, you know, take this for what it is, which is just me relaying information on reviews I've watched. But to me, it sounds like kind of the primary complaint of that product is, although it leaves a really beautiful stain behind, it really, really dries your lips out a lot. And this Merit lip oil could absolutely be the solution for you if you're kind of looking for a product similar to that ColourPop one, but you want something that's going to really nourish your lips while you have it on. So just to talk about the shade Taupe here a little bit, because I've really, really, really talked about Marrakesh like way too much on my channel already, to talk about Taupe for a second, they describe it as a neutral brown, and I absolutely think that's the case. It's a gorgeous color, and actually when it arrived, I was very pleasantly surprised how neutral, almost cool leaning this shade is. So before kind of wrapping up this video, for those of you who are interested in comparisons of Taupe, the Merit lip oil versus a couple other lip products I have, I just wanted to kind of give you those now so that you can make an informed decision on whether you think this is the right product for you. So I'm actually gonna swatch the Merit Beauty Tinted Lip Oil in Marrakesh first because I think it's the most different from these others that I'm about to swatch. So here is Marrakesh. And then next to that, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch Taupe from Merit Beauty. So you can see they are extremely different. I think I have 2 other lip products that are sort of in a similar realm. So the first one that came to mind was Tower 28 Shine On Milky Lip Jelly in the shade Cashew. So here's Cashew. And the other is the ColourPop Just a Tint Lip Pencil in the shade Gimme Some More. Okay, so again, Merit Beauty Marrakesh, Merit Beauty Taupe, Tower 28 Cashew, ColourPop Gimme Some More. So they're all pretty different. I mean, honestly, my ColourPop and my Tower 28 are the most similar, but they have very different finishes. Marrakesh, as you can see, it's very, very peachy, very warm. I love this color, especially for the summer, but I'm really excited to have Taupe as more of like a year-round neutral for me in this same formula. And I think these swatches kind of illustrate a little bit the texture here. So you can see the Tower 28 is a little bit more opaque, a little more like creamy texture, but it is just a gloss. So when it wears off, it just completely wears off. It doesn't leave any sort of color behind or shine behind. You can see in the Merit Beauty ones, on the parts that are a little more sheared out right now, you can see that they're kind of staining my skin just a bit, right? And it just leaves the lightest, barely there wash of color, and it's so incredibly flattering. And I don't have a product like this, like a nice glossy product in such a cool tone brown as this taupe shade from Merit. So I'm really excited to have this. I just know for a fact that this lip oil from Merit Beauty is going to become an absolute staple in my collection. This is like my perfect nude. This sort of a shade I think is so flattering with any eye look, any cheek color. I just love it. I love it. I think they knocked it out of the park, and the other shades look equally as beautiful. So that is it for today. I just want to give another huge thank you to you all here who've been watching me on my channel and supporting me. You have helped me get to a point where brands like Merit Beauty are interested in working with me, and that means so much to me. I sincerely appreciate it. And also another huge thank you to Merit Beauty for believing in smaller creators like me. It means the world. Just another friendly reminder before I sign off for the day, there is a link in the description down below. So if any of these products caught your eye, please consider purchasing through the link. If you do choose to purchase, it does help out my channel so that I can continue to create meaningful content for you all here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.